is recognized for 60 minutes as the designee of the Minority Leader.
I thank you, Mr. Speaker. And before I get to my remarks, I briefly want to address the nuclear proliferation issue in Iran. The gentlelady from Minnesota, as well as myself and the vast majority of members of this body, have been supportive of crippling sanctions against Iran, and many of us believe that that has helped drive Iran to the negotiating table. We hope for, of course, a peaceful outcome that takes nuclear weapons off the table and prevents Iran from acquiring nuclear weapons. And of course, we continue to keep the use of force on the table if our diplomatic solution fails to be enacted that reaches President Obama's objective of preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons. The issue has had strong bipartisan support, nearly unanimous here in this chamber, with regard to continuing the pressure on Iran to rejoin the responsible nations and renounce the acquisition of nuclear weapons. But I'm here today to talk about something closer to home, Mr. Speaker. In fact, at home, Mr. Speaker, namely the need to act on immigration reform. It's been 138 days since the Senate passed a common-sense bipartisan immigration reform bill. I was proud to be part of a bipartisan group of members here in the House that introduced H.R. 15, the companion bill to the Senate's immigration reform bill that makes additional improvements for outcome-based border enforcement and would address our broken immigration system and replace it with one that reflects our values as Americans, helps create jobs here at home, reduces our deficit by over $100 billion, and restores the rule of law here in our country, which is currently being undermined by the presence of 10 million, 15 million, 8 million, nobody knows how many people who are here illegally. The issue will not resolve itself, Mr. Speaker. I call upon this body to act immediately and bring to the floor H.R. 15 and pass comprehensive immigration reform. Later on in my remarks, given that this is the week of Veterans Day, I'll be talking about the contributions that many members of our military have made who are from immigrant backgrounds, including the talent that our military is missing out on today, including DACA or Deferred Action recipients who are able to work legally in our country but are not allowed to serve in our military. H.R. 15 would solve that issue, and we'll be talking about the many contributions that immigrants have made and continue to make with regards to our military. My colleague, Mr. Tonko from New York, is here, and I'd be happy to yield to him for a moment.